Voters as the hearing for the No Latoya recall campaign heads into day 2.
Also, extra pandemic era SNAP benefits are coming to an end for thousands in Louisiana. Hear how one recipient is reacting to the news.
Plus, more home insurance companies are coming into Louisiana. Find out when state leaders hope they can begin writing policies.
You're watching Good Morning New Orleans.
Thanks for waking up with us on Good Morning New Orleans. I'm Stephanie Chaynock.
I'm Tamika Lee, and apparently Brooke got it. I love it. We figured it out.
Early
Brooke.
morning tech
challenges. So my phone got stolen over Mardi Gras. Add me to the list of others in New Orleans. And then I got an iPhone 14, but I'm coming from a home button. So
you're coming from like 7 to 14. You're going, you skipped a lot.
We just doubled my iOS.
Right.
Update.
So you have no idea what's going on with your phone.
Yes, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm asking them to help me because I'm trying to do normal functions without my home button. Anyway, Google is the answer. I just figured it out.
Well, there you go. That's good.
Everyone is welcoming me to current times. I know, but I always tell you I was born in the wrong era, and I loved my home button. I'm getting used to this. I still prefer the home button now. I feel like I could control it. The Face ID is just so
I still like the flip phone.
It takes a time to get used to.
I still like the phone when I could talk and I could just go.
That's a decade.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, I'm showing my true age here, but yeah, I like the flip phone. That was my era.
Slap.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bet those were the days. Little dramatic effect as you do.
Totally, 100%. I want to talk to you. Boop. Yep.
Antenna and all. Did you have an antenna? No.
Did I have an antenna? My mom did in the car. The big phone. Yes, I remember that too.
My first car had an antenna. It was Darling. Right
Anyway.
in the back. Okay. Anyway, good morning. It's 5:01.
You think I'm 55?
Tamika had an antenna.
No, I did not, Steph. Stop spreading rumors.
Your forecast first is brought to you by New Orleans Rose. We're waking up nice and quiet right now. Speaking of antennas, the satellite and radar picture not showcasing a whole lot going on. So we'll continue into your morning with mostly dry conditions out there. Temperatures in the 70s. Off to the northwest portion of the state, huge difference through Shreveport where temperatures are in the 40s right now. So it just goes to show you that we can be 30 degrees apart. Our beach camera at Beau Rivage on the eastern side of the viewing area though. Nice and quiet, and look at that 24-hour temperature change. For us, it's 0. We haven't seen the impacts of that front, but off to the northwest, again, you can clearly tell where there is a boundary. And even Alexandria in the 50s with Lake Charles in the 60s, 10 degrees cooler off to the west. So we'll continue to see those 60s by tonight into tomorrow morning. Let's check on traffic. It's 5:02, and traffic is brought to you by Chip Forstall. Right now we got a lot of green here on the map as we continue towards the Slidell area and Mississippi Gulf Coast. Same thing. It's still really early, so usually not a whole lot of traffic yet at this point. 27 minutes for I-10 westbound at Oak Harbor to US 11, and then over towards Mandeville, 23 minutes for the bridge. You head a bit further south to the I-10 610 area, and we look good. We'll keep you posted if any accidents do occur. Have a great morning.
Thanks, Brooke. Well, new this morning, the New Orleans Fire Department says no one was injured in a 2-alarm fire in Algiers. Firefighters were called to the Whispering Oaks apartment complex around 11 last night. Officials say the fire was mostly contained to a 1-bedroom apartment on the first floor. Residents were evacuated from neighboring apartments after smoke spread into their units. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. Well, No Latoya recall organizers are due back in court this morning for the second day of hearings on a lawsuit against the Secretary of State and the Orleans Registrar of Voters.
Yeah, WGNO's Zach LeMay is live in the studio with what we know so far. Zach?
Hey, Tamika and Seth. Well, the recall organizers want the Secretary of State to reevaluate that voter registry so that way they can have an accurate number of active voters. Now, they're seeking this number because they only need 20% of the voting population support to trigger that recall election. Now, if they can get those inactive voters removed, then they could need about 6,000 fewer signatures. Defense attorneys say that the Secretary of State and Registrar of Voters gave an accurate number at the time, but the voter registry is reevaluated every May. So they say that if the recall organizers wanted an updated number, they should have had made that request when they filed their petition back in August. Updating that number would now take 6 to 8 weeks, requiring voter cards to be sent out and then allowing up to 21 days for voters to respond.
This is a living and breathing database that changes all the time. So one should not suspect that just because on one month it has a 200,066 number and on the next month it has a number that's 500 less or 500 more, that somehow means the Register of Voters office is not doing their job.
We're going to make sure that the public understands that we do our jobs well, that whatever we do is accurate, and we're very short-staffed and we're going to get it done anyway.
But the No Latoya attorneys are standing strong, saying that they will not accept an inaccurate number, claiming that this goes beyond the recall, but also calls into question all elections across the state. Now, day 2 of the hearing gets underway at 9 o'clock this morning at the Criminal District Courthouse. We'll be sure to keep you up to date on our website, WGNO.com, as well as our evening newscast. Reporting in the studio, Zach Labe, WGNO News.
Zach, thanks so much for that information. One man has pleaded guilty in 5 New Orleans carjacking cases. 19-year-old Tyrese Harris carjacked a woman in the Costco parking lot last February, dragging her as he sped away. He pleaded guilty to that case and 4 other carjackings in federal court Monday morning. He's also under investigation for the murder of 12-year-old in New Orleans East. Harris will be sentenced for the carjackings on May 30th. He could get life in prison. Also, according to the Metropolitan Crime Commission, the 2023 murder rate in New Orleans is just ahead of last year's pace. There have been 20 homicides this month and 45 for the year. As of Sunday, over 1,400 cars have been stolen this year. That's an average of about 25 a day. Overall, the numbers do show a reduction in most violent crimes. Armed robberies are down 11%. Carjackings are down 47% compared to last year. Shootings are down 5%.
Many people rely on SNAP benefits to put food on their table, but starting tomorrow, many recipients won't be receiving as much money, with the extra benefits from the pandemic set to expire. WGNO's Amy Russo reports.
I was going through the pandemic. I was really struggling. I was having a hard time.
When times got tough, Kerry Rodriguez says the state stepped in. He was receiving SNAP benefits just to survive.
Louisiana stepped up and they gave me food that I needed.
He's not the only one. The Department of Children and Family Services says in Louisiana they service 400,000 households, which is over 900,000 people.
If you need it, you need it. That's all there is to it.
Since the pandemic, SNAP recipients have been eligible to receive at least $95 extra every month. On March 1st, that comes to an end.
Everyone will go back to the original amount of benefits that they were receiving.
That's because the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2023 ends the benefits. It's something Monica Brown says was always due to end.
There's no doubt that this is going to change how households provide for themselves, but SNAP in itself is a supplemental program.
Rodriguez believes the COVID emergency allotments should be extended.
Sometimes people aren't able to do that, and it's out of their control, not their circumstances.
Amy Russo, WGNO News.
Meanwhile, millions of people are expected to lose Medicaid coverage after the federal government begins checking eligibility. In March, a national review of eligibility will happen for the first time since the beginning of the pandemic. About 2 million people here in Louisiana receive Medicaid, and experts say residents often lose their benefits if they're making more money than the program allows.
There is a very low financial threshold or bar, let me put it that way, household income to qualify for Medicaid. And so that's the main reason that you may make a little bit more than what would qualify you. But again, it is such a low amount that you could qualify for some of these other health insurance options.
The Louisiana Department of Health says it's important to have a current mailing address and backup contact information on file for the redetermination process. To update your information, log on to healthy.la.gov.
Louisiana Deputy Insurance Commissioner Ron Henderson says more home insurance companies are gearing up to come to the state. Right now, thousands of homeowners are on the state's insurer of last resort, Citizens Insurance. Well, last month, lawmakers approved funding for the Louisiana Incentive Program, hoping to draw more insurance companies to the state as they are seeing movement.
We've had companies that have inquired. We have one company that has put their application in as of Thursday last week. we have 10 plus companies who are actually going to put an application in.
AARP Louisiana Advocacy says nearly all homeowners they asked said the state needs to do more to bring rates down. They hope to have the companies making new policies by summer. Coming up, it may be warm here, but other parts of the country are feeling the cold. We'll tell you the latest storm impacts across the country.
Definitely makes you grateful to be waking up in the 70s. Our forecast for the rest of this week is spring-like, welcoming March. We've got more information on the potential severe weather threat coming up.
Lead, Stefanich Hainon, and meteorologist Brooke Laser.
Well, while we are experiencing spring-like conditions here in Louisiana, a winter storm is hitting the east and west coast. More than 6 inches of snow could fall north of New York City.
That is wild. And a state emergency was declared in parts of California where people have been stranded by several feet of snow. ABC's Andrew Dimberg has more.
New York City finally turned into a winter wonderland overnight, seeing its biggest snowfall of the season, but still only a few inches expected before it's over.
Being from upstate New York, this is nothing.
Some grocery store shelves left empty, even as the storm's biggest impacts are farther north. Up to 7 inches of snow could fall in parts of upstate New York, New Jersey, and New England, making the morning commute treacherous.
It's a lot of little pieces of glass, too.
This woman is warning drivers near Boston after a sheet of ice recently flew off another vehicle, slamming through her windshield.
I hope anybody listening, clean that ice off your car. It's just, I'm lucky to be alive.
The same system hammering the Northeast produced a tornado outbreak through Kansas and Oklahoma. A tornado packing 110 mile-per-hour winds, slamming Norman, Oklahoma.
The Larson family, they actually rode out the storm inside their home. Look at it. It has completely shifted off the foundation, the roof, the fence, trash is everywhere. If you can believe it, they survived. They are now living in a hotel.
The storm's destructive path began in California, with record rainfall triggering several mudslides. Authorities now declaring an emergency in San Bernardino County, where more than 6 feet of snow fell in the higher elevations, trapping people in their homes and vacation rentals. And a rescue was being planned with nearly 600 elementary and middle school students stranded at a camp. They were supposed to come home last Friday.
They weren't able to stock up on their supplies for food before this hit.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Good morning and a happy Tuesday. The time now is 5:15. Already a whole entire week since Mardi Gras. It's tough to believe, right? At the moment, we continue with nice and quiet conditions across downtown. Our Mississippi River camera showcasing just this. Right now, we are in the 70s, so temperatures did not fall into the 60s overnight because that front is still off to our northwest. These winds have come down considerably in comparison on yesterday afternoon, when many of us saw those gusts into the 30s, and we'll have the possibility of 20-mile-per-hour sustained winds today as well as tomorrow, with your big wind concern late Thursday into Friday along the arrival of yet another front. So our beach camera at Beau Rivage is nice and quiet. Your 24-hour temperature change anywhere from 0 degrees to only about 2 on the coast. Our temperatures right now showcasing a huge difference across the state, right? Look at the 40s in Shreveport and Monroe. We've got 50s in Alexandria, 60s in Lake Charles, and Baton Rouge to New Orleans remains in the 70s. So right there, over 25-degree difference across our area. We all remain in the 70s here throughout southeast Louisiana, though, and we'll continue with that humidity for just a while longer until Friday, when all those values come down. So wind speeds at the moment are anywhere from 0 to 10 miles an hour, and you can see a clear transition on the direction out of the west. Our hour by hour showcases temperatures making it to the mid 70s by 10. We'll still have clouds at that point. You can expect west-southwest winds in the single digits, and then we continue to see our futurecast bringing those overall wind speeds back into the 20-mile-per-hour range. Houma through Lafitte, New Orleans, Gramercy, all seeing this, especially right off the coast near Empire. North of the lake, a little bit lesser with those wind speeds in the teens. Tomorrow, more of the same, 20s, widespread, and then we'll head into Thursday with those teens around a while longer as well. So here's your futurecast, a combination on clouds and sunshine. We've got that flow returning out of the south as we approach tonight, and then we'll head to tomorrow with a very similar copy and pasted forecast for a combination on both. Here is your Thursday. Again, out ahead of this next system, we're going to see that southerly flow ramp up into the overnight period. That's when we'll be waiting for that line of storms to come through late into Thursday night and then early Friday morning when many of you are sleeping. So afternoon highs remain in the 80s once again today, much like yesterday. We'll be anywhere from 80 to 85. And here's your humidity tracker. Again, we head into the end of the week with Friday showcasing a big drop off. That is going to be the front. Here's your morning low, anywhere from 66 to about 70 itself on the South Shore, warmest near the coastline, and our temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days is nice and quiet. We'll continue towards your weekend looking phenomenal with 60s for much of your day, and we'll top out right around 70, starting out much cooler in the 40s and 50s. Let's check on traffic. It's 5:19, and traffic is brought to you by Chip Forstall. Still early, still not dealing with a whole lot of issues out there. Lots of green on the map near the I-10 610 area, and then we head into Metairie with an 8-minute drive as well. So over a little bit further near the Dome, no problems either. We'll keep you posted as we get closer to 6 o'clock if anything changes. Have a great morning.
Coming up, no Latoya recall organizers want the voter list to be updated. Why the Secretary of State's office says doing so is complicated.
And a New Orleans University is dealing with a power outage for the second week in a row. We'll hear from some students on how they are handling the situation. Thanks for waking up with us on Good Morning New Orleans. I'm Stephanie Chainot.
I'm Tamika Lee. You know, normally I'm positive. Oh, my mic's off.
This is a great Tuesday. We are kicking things off. Tamika has no sound right now, so
No, it's coming.
let's meteorologist Brooke Laser.
Here we
Brooke,
are.
I'm enjoying these warm temperatures.
There we are. Are we
There
back?
we go.
Bing.
They have been beautiful afternoon-wise. It's tough to not go walk at the park or get
Yes.
outside. I have been napping. I really have. But this hasn't been nap weather so much, and we'll continue with that into the week. So we've got another severe weather threat on Thursday, naturally. Can't go too long without that around here. It's been a whole 2 weeks, which is unusual for us. So we'll continue with our hour by hour showcasing 70s as you head into your morning. Right now, we are still waking up around 70 itself to 71 out there because we haven't seen the impacts of the front that's on its way first. And that one's just going to bring a little bit less humidity. So temperatures will be in the mid 70s by 10 a.m. We'll see the clouds with us a little while longer, and then we've got those winds in the single digits. Difference from yesterday, right? Yesterday we had those gusts near 30 miles an hour at times. We're going to continue to see the 20 mile per hour range definitely returning by this afternoon after lunch. Same thing for tomorrow as well. And then the big concern for wind is Thursday and a Friday. It's going to be late Thursday though, more like Friday morning. So we'll keep you posted with that and the severe weather threats. Let's check on traffic. It's almost 5:30. And traffic is brought to you by Chip Forstall. Still not dealing with a whole lot of traffic this half hour as we head towards 6 o'clock, usually watching the majority of that build up between 6:30 and 7. So you've got another hour before that kicks up. As we head towards the South Shore, we're looking good through all areas. Even on the West Bank, you come across the Crescent City connection, and it's just taking you 4 minutes to get to Stump Boulevard. We'll keep you posted if anything changes. Have a great morning.
Thanks, Brooke. Well, no Latoya recall organizers are due back in court this morning for the second day of hearings on a lawsuit against the Secretary of State and the Orleans Registrar of Voters.
Yeah, Debbie, you know, Zach is live in the studio with us with what we know so far. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Tamika and Seth. Well, the recall organizers want the Secretary of State to reevaluate that voter registry to have an accurate number of the active voters. Now they're seeking this number because they only need 20% of the voting population to support the recall to trigger that recall election. Now, if they can get inactive voters removed, then they could need about 6,000 fewer signatures. Defense attorneys say the Secretary of State and Registrar of Voters gave an accurate number at the time, and that voter registry is reevaluated every May. They say that if recall organizers wanted an updated number, then they should have made that request when they filed their petition in August. Updating that number now would take 6 to 8 weeks, requiring voter cards to be sent out and then allowing up to 21 days for voters to respond.
This is a living and breathing database that changes all the time. So one should not suspect that just because on one month it has a 200,066 number and on the next month it has a number that's 500 less or 500 more, that somehow means the Registrar of Voters office has not done their job.
We're going to make sure that the public understands that we do our jobs well, that whatever we do is accurate, and we're very short-staffed and we're going to get it done anyway.
But the No Latoya attorneys are standing strong, saying that they will not accept an inaccurate number, claiming that this goes beyond the recall but calls into question all elections across the state. Well, day 2 of the hearing gets underway at 9 o'clock this morning at the Criminal District Courthouse. We'll be sure to keep you up to date on our website, WGNO.com, as well as our evening newscast. For now, reporting live in the studio, Zach Labe, WGNO News.
Thanks, Zach. And we are following a developing story this morning in Hammond. Southeastern University says work continues to restore the school's online network after a potential incident was found in the system. The school did not give any more details about the nature of the incident, but did say that Louisiana State Police is investigating. Faculty will work with students to minimize the impact of the outage.
Well, this morning, Dillard University is dealing with its second power outage in as many weeks.
Yep, WGNO's Jordan Lippincott was able to speak with students as well as the president of the university about how they are dealing with the outage.
On Monday at Gentilly Gardens, an on-campus apartment at Dillard University, college students crowded into a living room, each using a personal hotspot to study after a power outage knocked out the university's Wi-Fi.
I'm a senior and I'm just trying to pass, and we ain't got no Wi-Fi, and I'm just like, I got hotspot, and fortunately my hotspot reached 75%, and I don't know how I'm gonna go for the next 3 days without doing my schoolwork.
Dillard University President Dr. Rochelle Ford says around 2 a.m. on Sunday, 3 fuses blew in a high voltage area that powers the campus.
We are doing a full assessment to understand what caused those fuses to blow, and we are in the process of fixing it for long-term sustainability and to resume operations at the university.
Class was canceled Monday as students relocated to a hotel where they will attend class remotely Tuesday and Wednesday.
And so we wanted to make sure that our students had cool places, hot or cold showers, whichever they prefer. And so we have a partnership with the Hilton Riverside,
which is meeting the needs of students. The president of Dillard Student Government Association, Marissa Pittman, says Ford and her administration have been great partners in addressing the group's concerns.
For example, one of them was extending midterms and pushing them back to Monday, and that was able to happen. And then also assignments, making sure that students were not stressed while trying to relocate.
And the university president hopes power will be restored by Wednesday so people can return to campus on Thursday. Governing Louisiana agencies across the state capitol are responding to the governor's proposed budget. While some agree with his spending plan, others are worried it will create issues down the road. With a $45 billion operating budget and over $1 billion in extra revenue, the governor wants to end his term with historic investments. With economists projecting an economic slowdown and some tax revenue ending, the Public Affairs Research Council says the legislature needs to be careful.
If you have time, if you start solving it now, and you still have next year, to have 2 budgets before you really have to eat this cliff, start working on it now, start trying to find ways you can put some recurring dollars to temporary or short-term expenses, and we have a lot of that.
Groups like the Louisiana Association of Business and Industry are stressing the use of one-time funds so the budget doesn't grow too much this year. The Louisiana Budget Project said the state can only invest the revenue it's willing to raise through taxes and fees. Coming up, 2 lawsuits have been filed against Alec Baldwin relating to the tragic shooting in his movie set. Find out more after the break.
All right, good morning, New Orleans. We are already looking ahead to Thursday and a Friday for that severe weather threat coming next. Details on impacts are after the break.
Stephanie Chanon, and meteorologist Brooke Laser.
Well, covering America 3, Rust movie crew members are suing actor Alec Baldwin and the film's producers, alleging the set shooting caused them emotional distress. Back in 2021, that shooting killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza. First assistant director David Halls, who took a plea deal, is expected in court on March 8th. Baldwin waived his first court appearance, and an attorney for the film's armorer appeared virtually.
Good morning and a happy Tuesday. We are waking up right now with, of course, nice quiet conditions out there, but on Thursday, we do have the possibility of severe weather. So the overall concern with this is going to be for winds, but there's the possibility of a tornado as well. Here is your severe weather outlook for Thursday. Much of the state included in the enhanced. This is going to be above our viewing area. Our entire area, the southeastern portion of the state, under that slight risk. So something to think about as we head into the next couple of days. Ways away though, and right now we are waking up with quiet conditions out there, so temperatures remain in the 70s. We have not had the impacts of the front come through just yet locally. As you can see, we do have a good bit of cloud cover. So our dew point values at the moment are in the 60s, and we continue with less fog than yesterday. Our beach camera at Beau Rivage is showcasing a combination on clouds as well. So we'll have peaks of sunshine this afternoon, much like you have for the last couple of afternoons. Our 24-hour temperature change, very consistent, 0 to about 2 degrees across the area, but a very different story off towards Shreveport and Monroe. 40s there, 50s in Alexandria, 60s in Lake Charles, and 70s throughout southeastern Louisiana. So our temperatures at the moment range anywhere from 70 to 75. Over the course of your afternoon, will rise at least 10 degrees. Those wind speeds are anywhere from 0 to 10 miles an hour. Most of us in the single digits coming off of yesterday. So hour by hour showcases the 70s around a while longer. We'll be in the mid 70s by about 10 o'clock this morning. Lots of clouds, even still west-southwest winds, so a little bit of a transition on the direction there in the single digits. Here is your futurecast wind gust for today. Like yesterday, we are going to have a wind component with us into the afternoon. On the north shore, they'll be a little bit lesser than south of the lake, where we are seeing those 20+ mile per hour sustained winds with higher gusts possible. We'll head into tomorrow with the possibility of the same thing. So it's not going to be as windy as it was, but you might want to think about securing the decor if you haven't yet. We'll then see the same thing ramping up as we approach that severe weather threat's arrival on late Thursday into Friday. So here's your futurecast, a combination on clouds and sunshine all the way into tomorrow and Wednesday. We are not going to be dealing with a whole lot of rain either. Then on Thursday, most of the day is nice and quiet before we do see, again, that overnight threat ramping up. So your afternoon highs today will range anywhere from 80 to 85, a very familiar outlook and forecast, just like we've been dealing with the last couple of days as we end the month of February on a high note. And then we, of course, end up with your March start looking similar. On Friday, once the front comes through, humidity values are going to go down quickly. That's all the way into your weekend, our similar forecast. So you can expect to remain in the 60s much of your day for Saturday and Sunday, topping out about 70. But tomorrow you'll be waking up to those numbers instead as we begin our Wednesday, and those morning lows with us for quite some time longer. Temperature outlook is warmer than normal heading into next week as well, so we're going to see this consistently sticking around a while longer. Have a great morning. We'll see you after the break.
A group of demonstrators gather overnight at the U.S. Supreme Court ahead of oral arguments for and against the Biden student loan forgiveness plan. I'm ABC's Faith Abube in Washington. Details coming up.
hearing oral arguments on President Biden's plan to cancel millions of dollars in student loan debt.
Yeah, at the heart of the case is whether the president has the legal authority to move forward with the plan. ABC's Faith Abube in Washington.
Overnight, a group of demonstrators braving the winter cold and rain outside the U.S. Supreme Court, camping out for a front row seat inside the courtroom when oral arguments begin today on President Biden's ambitious student loan forgiveness plan. College freshman Ibrahim Mudassar speaking directly to the justices.
You can help 40 million other people in the United States and jumpstart their path to freedom as well.
A few progressive congressional Democrats firing up the crowd.
The president has the authority to cancel student debt, period.
Lawyers for 2 individual borrowers in 6 Republican-led states set to argue that the plan President Biden announced last August to cancel billions of dollars in student loans for more than 40 million Americans is a gross overreach of his executive powers.
We're going to fight to defend the rule of law and defend the Constitution.
The plan is a key Biden campaign promise and would cancel up to $10,000 in student loans for individuals earning less than $125,000 a year, $20,000 if they were recipients of Pell Grants.
Joe Biden had no legal authority whatsoever. It's illegal. It's also unfair to the folks who paid for their college, who didn't go to college.
My administration is making our case in the Supreme Court, and I'm confident the legal authority to carry out that plan is there.
The latest Quinnipiac poll shows a majority of Americans support the student loan forgiveness plan.
It is a lingering, looming cloud of worry and anxiety for so many Americans.
And the justices are expected to release their decision by June. Student loan repayments remain on hold until that ruling comes down. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
In today's Tech Bites, Snapchat's new chatbot. It's called My AI, an experimental feature only for Snapchat Plus subscribers. The feature gives users the ability to use AI to create snaps. Snapchat says the goal is to make My AI available to all users. Spotify is changing its heart icon to a plus button that could help users save time. Tapping the plus sign once will save a song or podcast to your library. The heart icon only allowed you to like and save a song. And an alien video is crashing some Pixel phones. It seems a 4K HDR YouTube clip from the 1979 sci-fi classic Alien causes Pixel 7s, Pixel 7 Pros, and some 6s to reboot with no warning. Some people have even sent the video to Pixel 7 users as a prank. And I know it's just a movie, but why would aliens even come to Earth? Our Yelp review only gives us 1 star. Those are your Tech Bites.
time now is 5:53, and we look towards late Thursday, early Friday for our next active weather event. This is going to be another front arriving and the possibility of storms alongside it, out ahead especially. So we'll see the wind gust potential and tornado threat ramp up, especially where you're watching that orange shading take over. That's basically in central and northern Louisiana. Our outlook here across southeast Louisiana is the level 2 out of 5 slight risk. We are used to these, of course, we get them often, but we'll be watching this closely as we head into the end of the week. Again, those threats primarily going to be for tornadoes out ahead of the main line and wind. Our hail and flood threat looks relatively low. Here's your 7-day forecast. Once those storms pass overnight Friday and early Friday morning, we are going to see much nicer temperatures for the weekend.
About that time.
All right.
Tamika Lee, Brooke Laser, you both are partaking in Lent once again
Oh,
this
that's right.
year.
You're not Catholic.
No.
So you don't have to do this.
No, I just like to watch and check in and see
And
how you
judge
both are doing.
is what she's doing. She likes to judge.
Let's remind us, of what it was that you all were giving up and give us an update. We're checking in.
Okay, most years I take something on instead of giving up, but this year I have decided to give up bread.
It hasn't been a full week yet, has it? Not quite.
It has not yet been a full week.
Okay.
But
Have you been doing good?
Yes.
No bread.
You basically eliminate all of breakfast with this decision. I've learned. I went into La Boulangerie over the weekend and just about cried. But so far, I'm surviving. I am intrigued as well to see if this has any health benefits or if I lose weight or my little abdominals tighten up. We'll see. But so far, I'm doing well. So, I mean, it's been almost a week.
Great job, Brooke. That's hard. Bread is something very hard to give up.
Now, I'm not giving up carbs. So,
right.
I'm sort of cheating.
Pasta, you could do that. You could do that. That's good.
I'm also having chips.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
It's not as hard as it could be, but it's still a
Bread's
challenge.
hard. I could not. I couldn't give up bread. Well, the extremist I am, I did the most. So I decided to give up wine, not alcohol, but wine.
Was it just wine?
So Barry always says, here you go with your rules, because you give up, you always have exemptions to your rules that you give up.
Exemptions.
I gave up wine because I drink a lot of wine, so I gave up wine. I have not had wine. I did have a cocktail on Saturday. End of story. I did pick up walking, so I started that, and then Chick-fil-A. There you go.
That's
you guys
right,
haven't
you
seen me in a
gave
while
Chick-fil-A
because I gave that up. So
that's right.
doing good.
Which
Shout
is
out to her friends
real
at Chick-fil-A.
Sacrifice on
I know.
the morning shift. We look forward to that Chick-fil-A at 7 a.m.
I'm so proud of you both.
Thank you.
Long
Doing
way
what
to
we
go,
can.
but y'all are on the right path.
It's
I know.
just
It's
40
one day at a
days.
time, for real. Literally.
Tamika is not cheating on Sundays either,
I'm not. I didn't cheat on Sundays.
which is impressive.
Because I had cocktails Saturday. I felt bad enough. All right. Hope you're doing well with that Lent. All right. We'll be right back at the 6 o'clock hour.